Hardly believe your eyes when E2 Firefly. I wasn't really committed to it. I should have sold out for it. Nick is back.
Oh
He's missed the
boy.
last couple recordings, but this is actually Nick's game that we're in right now as we look at the beautiful sunrise set.
I mean, technically, I think it stays here perpetually because it's the dreamscape.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
The sun's off on the horizon, and Nick has returned, and he's got enough pulls to hopefully get an E2 Firefly, which isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but we still want to see how he does.
Ooh,
Yeah.
E2, you have saved that much? Oh boy.
Oh, that would be lucky.
Okay.
I'm just
I
putting it
meant
in the
one
universe.
Okay, it's not impossible. Anything is possible, okay? I'm rooting for you. I was not able to get it, so, you know.
He was suffering through your Mualani pulls, so I'm hoping maybe we get him an early one, and then he wins a 50-50. I don't know.
Hey, you know, E2 Firefly, you know, it'll be karma, then I'll just start using yours when I do my daily grind, you know?
Oh,
I'll just
there we
swap.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like a perfect symmetry. I was previously using yours for an almost lateral change that gives somebody credits, but then it'll be you giving me credits.
Exactly.
But I mean, as far as developments go, I'm now at Equilibrium 6, Trailblaze level 7, so credit's not nearly as much of a concern as it used to be.
Hey, welcome to the
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, it feels good to be here.
What's our pity looking like in our situation?
Pity. I am pretty sure that the last thing I drew, off camera, I drew. Did I go to the wrong thing? I went to the wrong thing. Off camera, I went and got E1 Aventurine at one point, and I
Okay.
want to say that was 7 pulls ago. Indeed, it was. So I got 6 pity.
Okay.
650. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm hoping for what crazy luck that somebody got. Goodness, I don't even remember what you were pulling in Genshin. That you got your first thing, and you basically ended up getting 3 things in one video of the character.
You know, my Chaska luck, as amazing as it was, still pales in comparison to what Chris has done with ZZZ so
Yeah,
far.
I waited for a long
Wild.
time for Miyabi. Waited and waited and waited, and my faith was rewarded.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we can't duplicate it here. And you know what? I gotta say,
Yeah.
I wish I could pull Firefly. I obviously pulled for Fugue a little bit earlier in this banner, and I don't regret it. I've been clearing out all the content. Like I hit 12 on Pure Fiction, and I've hit everything now with my 2 teams. But since I went to Rappa, I don't need Firefly. So sorry, Firefly. I still think you're cool. Everybody does, but you're not for me.
Yeah, and my account is not bricked, but Acheron has driven herself off a cliff. Her power is in the trash can. Kafka, all them. Fugue has helped immensely to just give me 2 solid teams, but it's still not. I think I'm like 34 out of 36 stars. It's like almost there, but I would not be anywhere close were it not for Fugue. So it's been a huge help. Yeah, that is. But as soon as I got Fugue, I put everything else in the Firefly banner. Nothing else has happened so far. So
There you
know,
go.
Maybe they're all here.
Yeah,
oh
for me,
maybe.
Firefly is always going to have a special place because she was my first 5-star, other than Trailblazer, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the team, like the Firefly team that we got, like I don't use it nearly as much as I used to because I just feel like for most of the game modes that I play, like single targeting that I get from the follow up attack team here, it's just killer. Like all the stuff in Divergent Universe that I tend to do, like this team seems to get through it better than the Firefly team. Now, on the other hand, obviously there's all the modes that use 2 teams, and one thing that I've noticed when I'm using both teams is that when I'm playing the Firefly team, I do run into issues with skill points. And obviously, when it comes to E1, you run into the thing like the enhanced skill does not
Yep.
consume skill points. So this is clutch.
Yep.
I really need it.
And some defense
Like
ignoring, which is just nice too.
Yeah. But that skill even technically opens up teams. For example, Fugue, who isn't the most skill point heavy, but like there are some characters that like some teams really depends on who you put in there, where you you need to be using skill points on other people in the team. Lingsha, for example, who is one of the best super break healers, really wants to use her skill every turn to get her little summon to keep moving up the order, essentially. So there are Trailblazer for energy wants to use skill almost every turn.
Yep.
So having a Firefly that is not using anything is beautiful. It helps a ton. It's probably the reason my Firefly stuck around as much as she has and has been able to just slot in with a bunch of other teams. I will say with my Fugue, I just put like Lingsha and Fugue and like Acheron, and I think I was running Black Swan. I just put them in a team and let them go ham. They're my other team now, and I've actually re-diverted back when I need 2 teams to just using the team you're using now with Firefly, Gallagher, Trailblazer, and Ron May. So is good as having all the Lingsha and the Fugue and all the other characters has been for my Firefly team when I want to just destroy everything. It's been great having the fallback of the team you're using now, the Old Faithful. It's been great. So
they're pretty future-proofed, unlike Acheron, who Acheron was on top of the meta for like 3 months straight. Everything was just getting wiped out by her ult, and then all of a sudden she fell off a cliff. Well, Firefly can infuse weaknesses, and that's the big difference.
Yeah, I honestly, I have to look into it, but there might be a merit to building my Acheron with just a bunch of break effect and just seeing if I can print money that way. I haven't given into that yet, but it might be what I do at some point.
I was going to ask you to do that.
But you know, we're
I'm just making sure there's nothing else I didn't get.
okay. Well, we're here.
Oh, I can do one of those too, even.
Ooh,
all right,
nice.
Here we go.
Imagine.
No luck on the first one. Yeah, imagine.
Imagine.
It's my new catchphrase, and I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
All right, we'll save it for later.
No such luck.
Not yet. But you know, every Misha you get, you're just printing tickets.
I still need 2 Gallaghers, so.
Oh, yeah, getting Gallagher would be also big for your team. It's there you go.
Big of the
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, even in E6 Gallagher, whoop.
Did that a little bit too early, but.
And ultimately, if we win the 50-50, we're not worried about the early. You know, that's the main thing here. But
yeah. There's the maxed Gallagher.
Great.
I think that those 2. So I'm at E2 on her now.
Okay.
So.
Well, the reality is with a E6 Gallagher, your Firefly team has already gotten better. So even if the worst comes to worse here, you're still technically better off than you were.
I already had this light cone and I gave it to somebody, so now it's going to get an upgrade.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right here?
Hey,
okay. Here we go.
Kinda early, yeah.
Don't have to imagine it's happening.
Yeah.
We're looking for castle destruction.
Yep. Come on. I've been so lucky. I want to be able to keep saying that.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
Deep in. Last one, it looks like.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Nice. Very nice.
Now you will set even more seas ablaze.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you got to set all the seas ablaze. You got 30 more warps. Do you want to just throw them into it?
Yeah, that was 76. Oh, sure. Why not?
Nothing else.
Let's go for it.
It'll build pity towards whatever you want in 3.0 and beyond, I guess.
Yeah. The only other thing I could say is there's an argument to just pull the Fugue, pull on her banner on the off chance. But E2 Firefly, obviously I was pulling for it myself. So
I don't think I had that one.
I'm using that one.
I think you did. I think you do have that one. It didn't say new. It is
that's true,
one of the best light cones in the game, however. So
yeah, especially among the
definitely
4 stars.
worth it. Yes.
I don't remember where the.
There you go.
It this one?
Yep.
Well,
goodness, look at all that I got. I could get freaking.
Got a bunch more if you want them.
I can get 44 more pulls.
Yeah, you have it. Yeah, you've been kind of sitting on them. Yeah.
You certainly shouldn't use them on Tracks of Destiny, so you might as well. Well, all of a sudden, this might be bigger than we thought.
This
Oh,
might,
yeah.
yeah. You just got to win the other 50-50.
And if you don't happen to get enough to get there, which you're going to be, it would be unlikely, but it's possible, you can certainly grind out the last 10 or so if you had to.
Yeah.
At least hit the 50-50 and see.
Oh, come on. Okay, well that'll
You're-
get me to another 10 pull.
So yeah, you're okay. An elusive Firefly.
I've lost track of where we're at. We had 34
Four.
at the start of this, and we added 44, so that was 78. No pity.
Say, we're close.
But you just added a few.
Come
We're
on.
close. We're close.
Nope.
Ooh.
Single pull, obviously.
Doug's not here,
Oh,
so
another one of
Imagine.
those, huh?
Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine.
you have one more pull from your Gallagher.
I better do it.
2 more
Oh,
pulls.
I had 2.
I'm assuming you've done the ones for the month already.
I think so.
I think you went down the list. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They'd be at the top if they were there.
Imagine.
Okay. Imagine. Okay, not this one. Unless.
Typo?
Ooh. Okay. This is getting to where I was. Come on.
Oh. Well, not this video.
Hey, E1 Firefly, huge upgrade for your team. E6 Gallagher, huge upgrade for your team. Well, I mean, maybe not as big, but very good.
An upgrade. And you could go
An
do the,
upgrade.
if you haven't done the 2 trials yet, that would be enough to get 1 more pull.
I have not done the one. I think I did Fugue, but wait. Do they let me do Firefly again?
Yeah.
Every time they
shoot.
pop up on the banner, yeah.
So that was, if you haven't done both, that would be 40. It'd give you 161. You would eke out 1 last pull.
Oh wait, hang on. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
I
go
didn't
over.
even do Fugue. Well,
Well, you got.
this is all about Firefly.
Well, we're all here. You might as well do it.
Yeah.
They've got to explain to you how this works
Yeah.
first.
That's the downside, is they're going to make you read it again. But if they're going to give you Prima Gems, I can't be too mad.
Yeah. Press E, kill them.
I forgot that. Pela was in this.
They'll die
Okay.
instantly.
They love putting Palo in the
Yeah.
trials.
Yeah.
That way you think your character is doing more
Got it.
damage than they really are.
Boom. Okay. Got it.
You need the
Oh,
last
that's right.
one.
It won't let me do the other thing.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't switch to the other characters.
All right.
All right, let's make the things go
I don't know
boom.
how you don't know what Firefly
Oh,
does
but
at
I-
this point, but if you don't, she's going to go into a mech suit, and then she's going to set the seas ablaze.
Mm-hmm.
Gallagher punches stuff.
Enjoy ourselves.
I don't know why I'm not targeting him.
I was gonna say,
All right.
you probably should
Let's-
try to break. Yeah.
Let the fun begin.
Here we go.
Everything burns to ashes.
But unfortunately, I already used the Trailblazer.
Yeah, there you go. Though.
There.
You
Yeah,
should, so
you
you
get
should
the
have
speed
it here.
boost now.
Oh.
I don't have a rule on May. I've just been using Harmony Trailblazer and Fugue with my Rappa, and it's working pretty well.
All right,
As
let's
it
make
sh-
these
as it
numbers go
should.
burr.
Yep.
Yeah, if only Genshin would bother to make its main character useful.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, or just do what ZZZ does and make the main playable character not actually playable. Like, just accept that you're never going to do anything interesting with them. You don't want to keep them relevant in the meta, and just do that. Like, I don't know why they keep building all these super cool things for the Traveler and Genshin to do, and by do I mean do poorly. You gotta
You
do
gotta do
fugues,
both.
I believe.
Oh, bugger.
That's the only way you get to 161. And then if that one pull does it, I'll look like a genius, and if not, I'll have wasted 5 minutes of everyone's time.
They'll have skipped ahead in the video anyway, you know.
That's true. There's
So I don't know any I know very little about Fugue here.
Okay, well, okay. In case you want to put the one pull into this, so you know how the burst for Trailblazer gives Super Break. She gives Super Break by standing here and looking pretty. So Super Break now exists on this team by just being here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a passive she has. What you're going to do when you get into combat is you're going to put your use that effect on the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Now attack him.
She picks a best friend.
What?
And in this case, it's going to be Himiko.
Yes. It's going to be Himiko. You're going to put a buff on them, and it's going to basically super boost them. It does things. You don't need to worry about it too much. It'll let them break any type. So you'll notice only the 2 guys on the end are weak to fire, but her burst attack will damage everything, regardless if they're weak to fire. And Himiko, now that she's been buffed, will also break anything, even if they don't have a fire weakness. So unlike Firefly, who implants a fire weakness, Fugue gives somebody else essentially a break anything. It's not like 100% efficient. It's like half the amount of break, but it can break anything. She also, you'll know some of the enemies, once you've broken them, they will have a little red sort of like health bar in their break. What that means is they can be broken a second time. See the guy on the far left? See how he's broken kind of already? And then you can break him twice is essentially what can happen here. So he can be broken and he can be broken again, which is going to get Himiko extra stacks every single time. Because Himiko cares when they break. Well, everyone can be broken twice now. So you're profiting right now. Yeah.
Profit?
I do the guy in the, break something. Because then you'll proc this. And then he's got a lot of break effect, so...
I've done a number of things out of order. I'm pretty sure at one point I should have done Payless first instead of Himiko, but...
you break this guy. It'll proc this. It should break the other guy. Oh, so close.
I should have broke the other guy,
yeah,
damn it.
But you can use the skill. I think this will do both now. Or the ult, rather. Yep.
Yeah.
And they get super broken, and then she
this.
goes off, and she super breaks, and then she'll do a tag, and then she'll get an ult. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. But Fugue can effectively turn any team into a super break team.
Yeah.
In a way.
Himiko's not a super break character. She's one of the better non-main super break characters to do it. It's kind of funny because she's sort of like second best in slot in a lot of different situations. So it's handy to have her on your account. But more importantly, she just gets to break and break and break. When used with an actual super break character, Fugue really gets to shine even more. I mean, again, you can make a lot of team comps with her, but okay. Moment of truth.
So this is where Fugue is worth it. Like, I'm not going to dissuade you from the E2 Firefly, but there is a reason I pulled Fugue with my pulls before I went for the E2 Firefly.
Well, I'm going to miss the 50-50 anyway, so...
Wow. You know what? With that attitude, you'll get it right here.
Okay.
There it is.
See, and Doug would be like, don't one pull, and I'd be like, look what I did. Look what I manufactured today.
Look what he... Okay, what do we got?
Well,
come on.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I guess
it's beautiful.
And you may have lost the other side of it. We don't know. I'm not saying it was the wrong decision. I think Jason was right to push for it. I'm just saying, like, your devotion was rewarded. We don't know what the other side would have been, but we saw this side and it worked out for you.
Exactly.
Like I said, special place in my heart.
Nothing wrong with that. I pushed for Chaska for similar reasons. So I get it.
Himiko was my first 5-star, obviously in the normal banner, and I used her for a while, and I still pop her into teams every now and then depending on what the challenge is. So I get it. Zila was my first rare 5-star, and she is dead. So
Yep. That's I think Jean was my first in Genshin, and Welt was my first in Star Rail. Lycon and ZZZ, they all are worthless to me, effectively. They're they are what they are. But
well, damn.
Yeah, congrats on the E2 Firefly. I will say, so going forward, Fugue is now probably the best upgrade for your Firefly. Fugue and arguably Linksha.
Yeah.
Those are your two. Those are what like I have invested in. But Fugue, for example, because you can break enemies twice, works best with an E2 Firefly. It'll still work with an E1 Firefly. Obviously, you break things, but the ability to be the one to break something is twice as likely when you have Fugue on your team, because everyone can be broken twice. Now, granted, you have to wait a turn between procs on Firefly and yada yada, so you can't just print turns left and right. But whenever Fugue rolls around again, that would probably be my suggestion. Maybe even over Linksha, although I don't know about that one actually. I Linksha ends up being the one that every time someone's like, "Oh, who do you put in your support slot?" And everyone just kind of goes, "Well, you just could put DPS Linksha, because she could basically just print damage all the time, specifically in teams with Super Break." So I don't know. I think Fugue is probably better, but I don't know the damage difference between Fugue and Harmony Trailblazer is higher than just swapping Gallagher out for Linksha. I don't know that math. I don't, so that's tough. And you also may have to consider, by the time one of them Fugue gets a rerun, you may be trying to pull your Trailblazer off of Harmony and into Remembrance, as I
Very
have heard
likely,
that
yeah.
is a busticated build. I haven't looked into it, but I've heard it's really good. So if
Yeah.
that's the case, Fugue is the swap in for your Trailblazer in your Firefly team.
Yeah, we'll have to see. There's a lot
But-
of stuff coming in 3.0. A bunch of interesting new
Yeah.
heroes over the course of it, and there may even be like a Stellaron Hunter reunion, which would be good because Kafka has been missing in the story for about a year and 6 months now. So lots of stuff coming up. Congrats on the E2. You laughed at me at the start of this video, and now look at me vindicated.
Yeah, look at him. He's the one.
did.
He knew.
Now I didn't know you had
Yeah.
40 extra pulls, to be fair, but still taking it as a
But
W.
you know what?
You get a W. Jason
Yeah.
gets a W because he gets to sort of give you back some of the stuff he got from Mulan. Everyone's happy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, as always, next time we wail on something, it'll pop up. You can always click the bell for notifications, or if nothing else, like and subscribe. We will see you next time.
Later,
Ciao.
everyone.